Hello everyone and welcome back to the Wandering Wind. Today I have a bit of an important thing to talk about. I have been recently mentioning this, but seeing as this is the second day of the month when this is going to be decided one way or another, I feel that it's more important than ever to take the time and draw attention to this issue. And that is the issue of net neutrality and the upcoming vote by the FCC to basically gut it. Now, as a content creator here on YouTube, I have certain freedoms to do certain things that otherwise, without net neutrality laws, would not be possible or permissible necessarily, thanks to my internet service provider, or ISP, Spectrum Cable, or formerly Time Warner Cable. Net neutrality laws basically state that any and all data that travels to and from a computer from the internet is to be treated fairly and equally by ISPs. There is not to be throttling or limitations based on personal biases or corporate biases because of personal gain issues or in favor of their own in-house services that may be competing against the services their customers want. For example, take AT&T's streaming services versus something like Hulu or Netflix or even YouTube. Without net neutrality laws, this would be a game-changing decision that would basically remove the guarantee that I would always have access to YouTube to bring new content to all of you. I may very well, if this goes through, lose my ability to create videos on my channel because my internet service provider wants me to pay an extra fee just to access a free website. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of this decision. And coming December 14th, we are seeing that one way or another there will be a decision made that will either allow net neutrality to stay or cause net neutrality to be forever changed and or gotten rid of completely, and who knows what the law of the land is then. Back in 2010, before the net neutrality laws were released, before they were set into motion as law, AT&T themselves, Comcast themselves, no, it was AT&T, because it was on their networks, it was their phone network, actually actively blocked access to FaceTime through their mobile services unless you paid for a particular package. If you had, say, unlimited data and wanted to use FaceTime, you needed to switch to a plan that did not include unlimited data, but did include FaceTime, which sucks and is manipulative practice that net neutrality laws have been able to prevent for the most part for a lot of companies. Yes, there have been incidents that have been reported, but for the most part, we still experience unfettered and uncensored internet. Censorship also plays a part in this because ISPs, without net neutrality laws in place, can reserve the right to block any websites that they feel contradict whatever personal biases or personal opinions they or their company has. So we'll say that there was a Christian website that you liked to go to, but your ISP's views are that Christianity is bad. well, say goodbye to your Christian website. And it's the same for a lot of these services where without net neutrality, we have no real way to access the information we'd like to access. And I believe that's the main point. I believe the main point of gutting the net neutrality laws is to limit the availability of information to the common man, to bring us back to a time before the internet in some ways, where information was hard, if not impossible, to come by, except for the information that the networks and services that you received wanted you to hear. This is a problem because this kind of borders on the way that powers like Hitler and Stalin and a lot of dictatorship governments operate. They gut the ability to access any information besides the information they want you to hear, and then from there make it even harder for you to express yourself freely in that same area. So today I want you to take a stand for net neutrality, take a stand for the ideals of freedom of speech, freedom of information, freedom to the basic services that the internet providers should provide. They should, granted, you're not going to pay an internet service provider and immediately get free Netflix. That's not the way it works. But you do get free access to choose to pay for a Netflix subscription, or an Amazon Prime video subscription, or a Hulu subscription, or a YouTube TV or YouTube Red subscription. You have all of those options available to you with a free and open internet that is facilitated by these laws. Without these laws, we have nothing. I, as a content creator, would not be able to create content. Many of your beloved content creators that you subscribe to and watch here on YouTube would not be able to do their job, would lose a significant source of income, and would possibly end up losing a lot of their possessions by having to downgrade where they live, what they own, and everything else, because they no longer have an income based on a platform that allows you to earn an income while not having a traditional job. So, for all of you out there that love people like Philip DeFranco, Boogie2988, PewDiePie even, Markiplier, all of those guys, if you guys want to be able to continue to see them every day or every week, be able to continue to support them, and possibly one day become a YouTuber or a content creator on the internet yourself, do us all a favor and support net neutrality. Thank you so very much for listening to this video. Thank you for staying with us through this whole time. Thank you to my personal subscribers for being here and for subscribing to me and for supporting me, despite all of the things that I've messed up on, because, to be honest, there's been a lot. But thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us all. And let's fight to keep the internet free. Thank you.